guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber from Kyuujin, and today we are back at you guys with Black Clover. Episode 16.
Last episode in the dungeon, Asta and Yuno reunited. Klaus Lunette reacted really strongly to Asta's personality and attitude.
Yeah.
And Asta also reacted strongly to Klaus Lunette's attitude. And it kind of turned into a race for who would get to the treasury first. Of course, Golden Dawn...
Who's the better squad?
Yeah, Golden Dawn has a lot more...
mobility.
Well, they can manage spells that would get them faster to the treasury, whereas Noelle and Asta don't have that. So they're basically just trying to find a path. The bird is helping them, Nero. So he's showing them a path, but we're not really sure. It's a bird. Like he could bring them anywhere.
Would you listen to a bird, guys?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Luck found there's a squad from the Diamond Kingdom who showed up, and he found them, at least part of them. He got rid of the subordinates really quickly, but then he fought Lotus of the Abyss, a guy who before fought Yami and got out of that fight with a huge scar. He uses some sort of smoke magic, and at the beginning he was just evading and Luck could not get a hit on him. He was enjoying it though, the fight. Then he started feeling weak, and we found out that Lotus had used a technique that spread a thin smoke everywhere in the room that just weakens him. We thought it was the end of this fight, but no, Luck found some motivation. He's really into it. He looks crazy right now. So he's gonna fight back despite this.
He wants more.
Yeah, and in front of the treasury, the Golden Dawn squad got interrupted by another guy who seems to be using some sort of crystals, diamond magic, I don't know, but he took care of Mimosa real quickly. She's on the ground, she's hurt, and the other two are gonna face this guy.
He looks badass, by the way.
He looks pretty badass. So this is where we are. Hopefully we get two incredible fights and team-ups maybe, because Asta and Noelle need to find either of the two groups right now and help out.
We need to prove to Klaus Lunette that we're not shit. We can do stuff.
Yeah, so let's jump in this episode and find out what happens. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of these episodes, and check out our Patreon for the full-length reactions.
In the meantime, let's go. Not important.
Yeah, it's true though. They're just casually hanging out on the roof of a church. Yes. Family don't end with blood, right? Supernatural. I'm excited about the treasure. Honestly, I don't know, like, I hope we get into this treasury at the end of the arc, but... There's no questioning where he comes from.
Looks like a dragon.
He has the claws. Maybe because he has daughters, he feels like killing the youth is not a good thing.
I'm sure that Luck lost someone, and that person told him to just win it all, you know? Don't know. Also, Yuno's gonna meet a fairy!
Ooh, backstory. Okay. This got dark fast.
Yeah.
I did not expect this.
Really fast.
What's up, kid? What happened for him to be like that? It's so dark.
Didn't you just slap him before
Was
that?
she the same girl?
She's the same.
Maybe his mom, you know, had issues. We need more. Yeah, I mean, it's something that just became his whole reason for going. Don't underestimate him.
us.
No, it doesn't look like he's good at that. No.
No social skills at all.
She's still okay. Okay. I was wondering if she was gonna be out of the fight for the whole arc, but it's very versatile. Her power. He's definitely from the Diamond Kingdom. Is it different for you, Klaus Lunette, to be the one, you know, being talked shit about? Hurry up. Yes, and he strapped him. Yeah, what do you do?
Yeah, but you got... But you were looking for it already.
But that's the thing. What's more important, the mission
Or your comrade?
or the comrade? Yeah, and he thinks about his friends, his family. I guess separate, but then he looks unhinged. Yeah.
What is he doing then?
I don't know, man. It's not the time. Stop. He still doesn't know how to get in.
Oh, man.
Fuck. Okay, no shit. You know, turn around. Or people show up. Yeah, obviously we're saving our friend. It's because that's why we love Asta. They both did that. The mission is not more important. Because you're important to me, Klaus Lunette.
The friends that we made, our family.
He's basically showing you that you matter, man. Stop it. Aww, yay!
We don't
No?
leave friends behind.
Now, Klaus Lunette, you blush and you do that. That's the proper reaction. You can do the piece of shit and then you turn around and you're like, ah. Yeah, there's no other fucking way to do this. Okay. I kind of like the whole red vibe they got going. Ah, shit.
It's kind of creeping me out, dude.
You don't need any friends, man. Oh, you need to wake up then. It's not how we do things. Teach him. He was messed up back then, and he's still carrying that trauma. Oh, she's dead, man. You have us. Keep telling him that because I feel like he needs to hear it often. Contrary of his mom. You don't need to prove yourself to us. Your family, your mom had issues. She's gone now. You have us. Okay. Yes, okay. He looks less creepy like this. Yes. Teamwork.
Let's beat him up together.
You still didn't get serious? Oh shit. We can do this, guys. Together. Which you were not serious before. Let's go, my boy. And we glitch out together. He got serious. I mean, yeah, we have to defeat our rival after all. It's too dense, man. There's too much. No.
Keep going at it.
You'll need some sort of attack that just has a wider range or something. With Asta?
Just send Asta then. Send Asta.
He's asking and then behind him, like,
There's your answer.
Find him and just put Asta in the direction.
Go straight right in front of you, man.
Yeah, attract his attention and then send Asta on the other side. He's sending you exactly where he wants you.
Yep.
No, teamwork, bitch.
What?
I heard a crack.
Oh!
We have the advantage of them not knowing what Asta's deal is. Okay. She's found something to channel her magic better. I guess it works. It's better than the huge necklace they found.
Oh god, that guy is doing this to Yuno. What? We gonna need help?
Oh shit!
That's how your sword.
It gets broken in the opening. We can defeat him. Have faith. Come on, my boy.
Is he still not using a grimoire? Be gone?
No.
Be gone?
Not be gone.
Be gone?
No. So, I love the idea family don't end in blood. Thanks, Bobby from Supernatural. It is true. It's something that I like because I'm close to my family, but I'm also really close with my friends. And I know people who are not close at all with their family. And they've been saying that they found a family that was, had stronger bonds with them than their parents or their siblings. So I like the idea that even if you don't have fun or you don't enjoy yourself with your family, you can still have something, find something. You're not going to end up alone. And those bonds mean a lot to me, so I can only imagine how strong those bonds would be and how meaningful they would be to people who don't have blood relatives, like Yuno and Asta. That's the thing, like since they don't have the luxury of having someone, from birth that, since we share the same blood, we obviously have a connection, so I am gonna protect you. You matter to me more. They don't have that. They have to find it somewhere else. So they just decided that their friends were gonna be their family, and there's no destroying that bond. There's no telling them, don't give a shit, just leave us behind. That's all they have. So yes, they have their dream. They want to achieve their goal. They want to do right by the mission, but they do not have a family, a blood relative family to go back to, so they'll choose that, no, you matter to me, so if you're in danger, don't worry, I'm choosing to be there for you and protect you.
I'm gonna protect that bond at any cost.
Yeah, that's all they have. So it will be meaningful to them. Even more than, I guess that's the thing, when you have brothers and sisters, when you have parents, you will not, you could, but you're not expected to value your friendships as much as you would maybe a parent or a sibling. Not saying that it can't happen, because it can definitely happen, but maybe like those will, look out for their family first and then their friends. But for Asta and that's not how it works.
But I think it all depends about what you went through in life and with whom you went through with it,
Like I said, it's a very simplistic way of seeing it. You're not entitled to the love of your family, as they're not entitled to your love either. So how you treat each other, for example, Luck and his mom, he had a blood relative that apparently treated him in many, many different ways and traumatized him enough that he got like that.
It's like she had two type of personality.
Kinda.
She basically slapped him, she abused him in a way.
We'll talk about her in a moment.
From what I saw, she seemed like she abuse him, you know? Saying that, oh, how can you do not do things simple? How are you like this? And just right after, she said, oh my god, you were stronger than a noble. You won. I'm so proud of you.
I feel like I have an idea as to what happened there, but first I just want to point out that, you know, Luck is a good example of having a blood relative and maybe feeling that their emotions, their happiness matters more than everything else. Like, doesn't matter if I have friends, I have a mother I need to please. But in this episode, he figured out really quickly that, you know, Asta and Yuno's way of doing things, which is, since we don't have family, we're choosing our family. We're choosing who we protect. So do whatever you want, but I'm deciding that I will help you out because you matter to me. You're my friend and this bond matters. Kind of made him realize maybe that, yes, his mom mattered to him and he was doing a lot of things for her despite her being dead. But, you know, he was not alone. Those friends were there for him and they matter as much as family.
There's more to it.
Yeah, so it's a good way of seeing things and it's a good way to create bonds, and especially since you're working in a squad, so they are your found family. They are your loved ones now, and it's totally fine. It makes you stronger to fight together and to protect each other. So his mom now, they did say she was stressed, like she seemed stressed a lot. Maybe she had issues, but I feel like the whole reason why maybe Luck was smiling this often, was trying to, you know, not scream or be mad or angry, was because he wanted to make things easier for her. So trying to act a way that would make her happy.
To not make a fuss,
yeah, I think this might be why he was acting like this. So he maybe felt that he needed to be perfect and always smile and not make a fuss for anything because he needed to make her happy, and she was not easily pleased. But even that just creeped her out, and she was like, why are you like, and nothing would satisfy her. I feel like she was not happy in life. Maybe it was because of issues, or maybe it was because of their situation. They were commoners, and he was going to a school with nobles, so I guess he had opportunity, but it was an exchange, they said, right?
Exchange program,
so,
yeah.
I don't know, maybe she wanted more in life. Maybe she was, I never heard of a dad in this episode, so maybe she felt that rejected. Maybe she was struggling, but still, it's no excuse to act this way with your kid. And I feel like he was just trying to make her happy. And the only thing that made her happy in the time that he knew her was when he won against a noble. When he used his power and won. So I guess that this changed him completely, and it turned this winning thing into an obsession. So in order to make his mom happy, he needs to win. That's the one thing that makes her happy. So I guess his attitude of always smiling, always acting happy and stuff, that's still a part of him that never changed. But what really was at the front of his mind all the time was test himself, prove that he could win any fight. So he was looking for fights in order to just win more and more, because winning meant making his mom happy, even if she was dead, even if she was gone. So it's really sad. It's really intense, and it's just, from the little we saw, she was not a good influence on him, and it fucking sucks that it looks like she was gone really early in his life, but it still traumatized him enough to change him like that. And I'm glad that it took him one episode to just see how Asta was doing things and understand that, no, you know what? I'm not alone. Like, he did not want to be rejected by his mother. He was afraid of the idea of her leaving him behind. And even after her death, maybe he felt that the more he would win, the more she would stay around or, you know, be with him. I don't know. Like, it sounds really sad. Was still there.
Was still there, yeah.
It's kind of like even after her death, he felt like he did not want her to leave, which is, he was a kid when she died, so maybe he didn't even understand.
She was all that he had, basically.
Yeah. But or maybe he thought that he could bring her back, even if just in thoughts or feelings, I don't know, but for him to just realize that, no, you know what, I have friends. I was not alone despite her leaving, and it's fine not to focus my entire life on making her happy, especially that now that she's dead, because you have teammates that care about you, and they don't expect anything from you. That's the big difference between Asta and your mom. Like, everything he said in this episode was the contrary to what she said to him in those flashbacks. He did not want Luck to prove himself to be his friend. You don't need to deserve his friendship. He chose you as his friend, and that's it. He's gonna do what you want. Asta's gonna do what he wants. He doesn't have expectations. It's a good lesson for him, because hopefully that makes him less. He's probably gonna still be focused on fighting, but maybe less.
Well, I think it's gonna be still a part of him, but he might consider friendship to be a bigger part of his life right now. You know, to rely more on others.
Because like when he got in the dungeon, he was like, oh, okay, you can handle the traps by yourself. Like he tested them, and then he was like, okay, I'm gonna leave you behind. Now I'm gonna go after the strongest, because it was an obsession for him. So now maybe he's gonna stop doing that. Like there's merit in fighting as a team.
We can go after the strongest now.
Yeah, like they can fight together, and leaving others behind, like that's not how you do this. Like you need to stick around them, help them out, and they will help you out as well. And the whole like, he's my prey, I need to defeat him alone. That's not how you do this. Yes, sometimes you can get obsessed with an opponent and want to defeat him alone, but all that's gonna do is put sticks in your wheels. Like that's gonna slow you down and maybe make you lose. If it wasn't for them, you would have lost, man. You were definitely gonna lose. You were, stuck in the air.
Was technically slowly losing himself.
And he was.
I don't know if that's the power of the smoke to just.
No, I think he was just losing it himself. The smoke was making him weaker. I don't think it was meant to make him lose his self-control. But, and the guy did say he was gonna release him, but still he was losing that fight. So if it wasn't for the others, I don't know. And the teamwork they showed in this episode, really great. And same with Klaus Lunette, man. Leave me behind, go after the treasure. But what good is that gonna do?
In his mind, the mission matters more than the friendship.
Yeah, but
there are people who are like this. And for example, if I think back what happened at the beginning, with Kakashi's father.
Sorry.
At that time, the mission matters more than your comrades. And he decided to stay to do not complete the mission to save his comrade, and he was shunned by it because of it. So for now, for Klaus Lunette, the mission, the good of the realm, is better than the comrades.
And I mean, I'm not saying that Klaus Lunette would not fight for his family or loved ones or friends, but I don't think he saw himself as Yuno's friend in that moment. So it surprised him that Yuno would do that for him and put the mission second. But he's right, like we're not forgetting the mission. Like what good would that do for Yuno to get inside the treasury, and then you'll have to go out with the treasure and fight this guy again, like
alone, because you'd be dead.
That's the thing. So you defeat the opponent first, and then you go after the treasure together. But the idea of you're my friend, I am gonna protect you. Klaus doesn't understand that because he had it all along. He had family, he's a noble, so he's got status, he's got all of that from the beginning, whereas Yuno and Asta started from nothing, and they had to find those friends, find this family, those important people. They're not about to lose that. Like, they don't take that for granted. So even if Klaus is a piece of shit, Yuno cares, and he's not gonna just leave these guys to die because of a mission. The mission is not important, not as much as your teammates.
But it is important, but if you do it and your teammates dies,
you're not gonna feel.
What's the point?
For them, I mean, I think Klaus's goal is different from that of Asta and Yuno, and his understanding of what makes a friend and the importance of friends is completely different as to that of the two boys, because their upbringing was not the same, what they had from birth was not the same, and what they took for granted was completely different as well.
I do wonder if those nobles really have a true friendship with other
or care
nobles.
About family. I don't know.
Yeah,
like
because from what we saw, a bunch of them, the only thing that matters to them is, are you strong or not?
Yeah. But I think we saw it with Noelle's family. Like, they treated her like shit because she had no control over her power. So family didn't matter as much to them as power. But that's the thing. They had it from the beginning, so they took it for granted. Whereas for Asta and Yuno, they had no family, so you cannot, like, since they had to look for it, they had to find it themselves and create those bonds. They're not going to take it for granted. They're not going to abandon that because it matters so much to them. Whereas for the others, they had it from the beginning. So I guess it's when you lose it that you really realize that, it mattered.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But then this other guy is gonna be a fucking trouble, and Yuno's already struggling, so...
He's making Yuno struggle.
Yeah, I know.
Struggling.
I said that I was afraid Yuno was gonna have to face... Like, the moment Yuno was gonna face trouble, like, an actual opponent that can keep up with him and, you know, put him through some hard work, that was gonna be a shock, because I guess he's not used to that, but... He's also, like, he keeps saying don't underestimate people like Asta. Like, he also values hard work. So I'm not saying he had it easy either. But since he already has a strong power and all his fights from the beginning till now were easy fights and we never really saw him struggle, it's a shock to see him, like, struggle a little bit. So we'll see how that goes, but I have faith in him.
You wouldn't expect Rock to be weaker than Win, you know?
No, that's not how it works.
Oh, I know, but still.
Well, I mean, no, that's not true. It's true that when Magna faced Heath in the previous mission, he said he had an advantage because of his magic over ice. And
so I think that Yuno is facing an opponent who has an advantage over his type of magic.
But then maybe not. Like, it depends on how strong your power is, because Magna's fire was still struggling against the ice of the other guy. So... I think you have an advantage when it comes to elements, but depending on how strong your power is, you can still kick ass. Like in the beginning with the first few crystals we saw, he still cut them really easily, and I was wondering if it was going to be that easy, because wind against solid crystals, I would not expect that to win, but if his magic was stronger in that moment, it would still cut through the crystals and defeat it. But now the guy is getting serious, or I mean more serious, and he's using that big-ass sword.
I do think that type of magic, experience, you know, the way that you use it, is gonna be the turning point and if you win or not.
There's a lot that goes in a fight, so, and the guy's still not used a grimoire, so I don't know what his deal is, but he seems to be strong, and it's gonna be a problem. Whereas the other guy doesn't seem to want to fight back much. Like, he wants to evade. He trapped them in the prison. And he was like, oh, okay, now you're trapped. Moving on. Like, he doesn't look for opposition as much. The other one is just solid. Like his magic. He's solid. He's like, you're in my way. Get out.
Move, bitch.
Yeah.
Get out of the way.
Basically. Okay, so we're gonna need help. Klaus and Yuno. Mimosa's gonna heal in the background, which, by the way, her power is so fucking versatile. It's pretty cool. But if the others manage to get rid, or at least put, you know, out of commission the smoke guy, so Lotus, maybe we can team up against the crystal guy. But no matter how that goes, our boys need to stay strong, and I have faith in them. So we'll see what happens, but yeah.
Alright.
So thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the next 2 episodes right away, they are on Patreon already. You can check them out. The link is in the description below.
And if you don't want to, the next one will be on YouTube pretty soon. So keep an eye for it, guys.
Bye!